Hey, what's going on, guys? I wanted to do a video. Someone had sent me a question about what advice I would give to somebody who's an aspiring leader. And leadership's really interesting. Some people are naturally born to be leaders, and some people develop leadership acumen over time, and then they just become a leader. And the first thing I would tell you when it comes to leadership is that you've got to decide why it is that you want to be a leader. Because oftentimes people say they want to be a leader, and the only reason they want to is because they want to be in charge or they don't want to be told what to do. And they have this idea that leadership is just standing around telling people what to do, and then you don't have to have anybody else tell you what to do. And that's just frankly not how it works. So the first step is you have to figure out why is it that you want to be a leader. And it's got to be an idea that's bigger than yourself. Something about wanting to help other people or wanting to make something better, an organization or a project. It can't merely be just because you want to be the person that's in charge. It's got to be something that's bigger than yourself. And then the next step after that is you have to really dial down on who you are as a person. You have to understand yourself better than anybody else understands you. You can't have a group of people around you that are going to be watching you lead and giving you feedback on stuff that you need to work on in your life when you haven't done the heavy lifting of trying to determine what's wrong with your life and what things need to change. Because if you can't lead yourself, you can't lead anybody else. And so you need to spend a considerable amount of time. And when I say considerable amount, I mean years and years doing self-reflection, trying to determine what's the best things about you, the worst things about you, hone those things that are bad to be better, and those things that are good, you need to make them great. And the way that you do that is you have to read a lot of books. You have to spend time with leaders that are better than you. You have to be open and honest with people around you that are better than you, that are leaders, and say, what are the things in my life that I need to work on? And then you work on those things. I think there's a benefit to getting education, whether it be a college degree or some sort of training, but it's not absolutely necessary. You can find a lot of the information that you need from just reading books and doing self-reflection. And then you need to find an area to serve, because leadership is service, and so you don't start at the top, you start at the bottom. And so you've got to be part of an organization where you can just submit to whoever the leader is, whether it's a small part of the organization or a large part of the organization, and just submit to that person and their leadership so that you can learn what it's like to be able to be led, so that way when you are leading, you know what it's like for the people that you're leading. And then from there, you just have to find places of responsibility. Oftentimes people say, well, I don't want to be a leader unless I can be in charge of something big. But if you can't be in charge of something small and lead it effectively, you're never going to be in charge of something big and lead it effectively. So maybe there's a small ministry at your church can be a part of, or maybe a small project at your work that maybe is only maybe in charge of one or two people. And be in charge of that and watch what you can learn from that. And then little by little, you'll get more and more sphere of influence. But you can't start at the top. You have to start at the bottom and find leadership from there. So I hope that gives you some sort of idea of stuff that you can work on. But that's the advice that I would give to people that's looking for to grow their leadership. So hope you got something out of that. Make sure you like, share, and comment. If we're not friends on social media, you can always find me on there. I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.